Hi folks, welcome back to G4G, Games for Gamers. I'm your host as always, Napalm Dawn, and today we're here taking a look at a group that I've spoken quite a bit about in some recent videos since they introduced the age of Avengers, AoU Hulk, and that is Phoenix and Age of Avengers. God, it did it again. Age of Ultron, Avengers, Hulk. So, here's the team up that I've come up with. There's a little bit of play in gear, but we are going to go ahead and take these guys out on the practice range for the first time together. I don't know how this team is going to do. I haven't run with them yet, as I just recently configured them this way. So I am running the White Crown Infiltrator version of Phoenix to hopefully make use of a lot of tacticians and the lack of scrappers in PvP. She is using several A and E ISOs, and I will go ahead and point them out. For her normal ISOs, I'm using the PKB method. And you can see here she is stacked in attack, accuracy, and evasion. I have her personal AISO, Side Blast, Apply Soulfire. In tandem with that, I have her Soulfire doing ionizing, which will apply radiation. I'm hoping that this spreads with her being an infiltrator. Her rock throw is applying locked on. Her gracious, I have a gracious in here for the big key to the group, and that is the mind link. Honestly, this one should be the manifesting. I just don't happen to have a spare one at the moment. I don't want to take it off of Iron Fist or Molly. And then over here I have an increased chance to crit for her Phoenix Fire. Since it is psychic, it should hit everybody, and also because it's catastrophic. And rather than go with an increased chance to hit, we don't want to go with that. I did an increased chance to crit, but you could also do damage. Any other ranged related ISO here is worthless because it cannot guarantee that you will actually use Phoenix Fire in a match. Somebody has to die. On my agent, I am running the Emerald Prism. That is because Hulk will be doing so much attacking and defending. The Emerald Prism is the way to go. I have the Weather Control device to provide a heal and a cleanse and an exhaustion if needed. The Legionnaire Pulse Rifle, which will be countering people with radiation. That will be coming from Phoenix. And I also have the Legion Disruption Blade, which will cause disadvantage and ozone, and that is giving it a second piece for the Legion Pulse Rifle to cause shocking. And I also get that preemptive attack. So I'm on the team with Hulk, which means I cannot be interrupted and I cannot be cowered. And the disadvantage is just great for anybody because it, you know, if there is a scrapper on the other side, I can turn off the extra attack. If there's a blaster, I can turn off the crits, and so on and so forth. We have only 11 days remaining in PvP. And the background music is brought to you from something that I will link in the video description. I just decided to search for Rebirth on YouTube and came up with this music. You could use the Phoenix 5 related blaster version over here to make use of a lot of bruisers in PvP. However, I decided to go with White Crown simply because if a lot of people are going to be dying, the White Crown one is better. If it's just one person at a time, and you only think you're going to lose that one, Phoenix 5 will be a little bit better as everybody will do fire-related attacks, and they'll be psychic and so on and so forth. So, let's shoot for something close to me, and then we'll take like a big jump up the ladder and see how this team goes at the higher levels. So I just wanted to say that Molly's Candy ISO has turned out to be a phenomenal ISO. It kind of goes on dry runs where it doesn't proc, and then it will proc several battles in a row, and when it procs Taffy, it's great. I love that ISO. Okay, so on the other side, we unfortunately have no tacticians, but we have no scrappers, so the blaster version would have been phenomenal in this one. So let's check out turn order over here. Alright, so it's going to be a while before Hulk can start his protecting because of how late Phoenix goes over here. So in that case, what I will go ahead and do is apply exhaustion to the enemy team once I check for a mystic, which there isn't one. And then we will go ahead, and since there's nobody that I really want to disadvantage over here, let's get out the radiation poisoning on everybody. And it hits everybody, pretty solid damage. So there's his level 9. And he goes right for a kill. No big deal over there. So we check my Hulk ups. I have 2. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the nobody dodges. And of course, she dodges the attack. Isn't that funny? But I now get a free Hulk up from that. So we may as well go ahead and throw this. And there's a Hulk up again. But Hulk is getting beat on just a bit. So I want to avoid her. And work on somebody else. And let's see if... No, don't look like we're going to get rid of him. So I'll just smack the agent one time over there and give him pressure points. Oh, and I get a Dragon's Foot counter, so that's another Hulk up on him. So, okay, let's see if anybody will get taken out. The agent's going to come close. Let's try it. And we get another Dragon's Foot, and Hulk is on death's door over here. Oh, and there's that pre-counter. Oof. So this team's definitely getting lucky. Alright, so we're going to use this on the Hulk. And I'm going to go ahead and do Soulfire and Radiation on the agent just to get rid of him. So we get a Love Me going out, which is a free turn basically. So I'm going to Emerald Prism him to set him up for the defense. And I'm going to go ahead and heal the team. So Iron Fist attacks the Hulk and kills him. But he lives because of Death and Rebirth. So at this point, let's see how many Hulk ups we have. We have 4 Hulk ups. So I'm going to do a single target attack on Iron Fist and kind of work around Kurth a little bit. Because we want it to be her turn first. So Iron Fist is taken out. Oh, I guess technically he didn't die. That's really strange. I thought enough damage was done to him to kill him. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and do this. So now she has Soulfire. And he lives again. Very, very interesting. Now, there's a little bit of an issue you guys should realize when it comes to Soulfire. Soulfire does not allow for the weather control device to push over to the Scorched. Soulfire takes the place of fire, so Soulfire will never allow the weather control device to get over to Scorched. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and apply a ranged attack, because we don't want that Stonebreaker breaking any runes on him. So he counters himself, and he is eternal. Good God. That's very interesting. Let's apply some pressure points. And he's punched himself out. And now she's going to come in. And he's living. But there doesn't seem to be a reason for him to live. He's going to punch himself out. And then she's going to punch himself out. Huge hits over there. And he's just still living. Except now he's going to be out of stamina, so... Wow, I've never seen somebody hit 0 out of 0. And she... Wow, this is a very, very entertaining match over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Not that we have any reason to put disadvantage on her, but it's just something to do. And she's still got a bunch of pressure points. So, this is entertaining. Hulk was not able to die, and yet Death and Rebirth never seemed to actively proc. So we will take a huge jump up the ladder now and see what it's like to attack somebody really high up there. See if that Ultron is still... Ultron's dropped off. Okay, we'll fight this 1686 guy. I usually finish the season into 1700, so this would be a good test of a match here. Music's getting a little epic. Which, honestly, at this point is certainly fitting. Oh, wow, so 26k. This is gonna be pretty big over here. Alright, so with my first Hulk up, I'm gonna set everybody up with locked on. Oh, but they have a Mystic. I just saw that. Okay, no biggie. I'm just gonna hold my Hulk ups then. So in this first round, there's not a whole lot we're gonna do because of the fact that they have a Mystic, and I'm not running the scroll on this team up. So here is what we're going to go ahead and do. We are going to get rid of that disoriented and get the cooldown on this rolling pretty easily. And I'm going to apply the Emerald Prism to the Hulk because he's one move off of tanking. Ah, you bastard. Now this unfortunately won't do anything thanks to the Mystic. Now we have heavy meteor stack, so let's set up the Hulk to tank. And they still have the Mystic Shroud, so anything I do here is kind of worthless, but oh, what the hell. Let's just make an attack. Here comes Enchantress with the debuffs, which is going to suck with me not having Iron Fist around. But at least I am not disoriented. And there goes that protection. And he's going to have massive stacks now because of that meteor swarm. So there he is again, 174. Alright, so let's get going with the Hulk up usage. There's a pre-counter, and Hulk lives again. And there's the Rebirth. And there's that, so, alright, we finally have that. But, the agent got a scrubby big and fast. I hate that. That is so retarded. That is so retarded that that happens. You really get no protect on that. And Hulk actually died this time. So this definitely seems to be like it's going the way of a loss. Yeah, because she's gonna get taken out before... Yep. We couldn't reapply on that one. So this is definitely a wipe at this point. Seems like this time we did not get the Eternal Hulk. Not too sure what happened over there. Alright, so let's try one more way up the ladder and see what happens. So far we are 1-1. And we had one Eternal Hulk and one Hulk that clearly had the normal things happen to him that we would expect. And we almost were able to get Death and Rebirth going again. Unfortunately, she took those Fatal Fists. You know, even though she's a flyer, I'm sure that Null over there was running the erupting so that it hits flyers, and that's why she took damage from it. So, we have a Red Hulk and Iron Fist without a Pesty, and we get some decent turn order in that we can make Hulk protect right away. And who do we want to go for here? We don't want to hurt Iron Fist quite yet. I'm going to smack this on Red Hulk and get combat reflexes. And that is somewhere where you can make a case that maybe you should run the blaster version, is that she probably won't have that many chances to use combat reflexes if Hulk is tanking. So we're going to go ahead and get the Prism on him because he is now tanking. And at this point, we can either go ahead with the Legion Pulse Rifle, or we can go with an Exhaustion. I'm going to go ahead and... let's see. We know the Red Hulk has Snappy Service. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And of course, the Agent tanks it. That sucks. But at least now he has the radiation exposure. And we will take a look at the Hulk ups. We are at 3. So the Agent tanks that. Now, if we do more melee, we're going to get absorbed. So instead, I'm just going to stay put and not risk that absorption. Here comes Snappy Service. He's probably going to throw a bomb. Oh, that's surprising. Alright, so at this point, let's go for a stun. He flares, and he didn't absorb, so there is a good chance that we did get the stun out over there. Yes, we did. Okay, so we're going to continue to Prism Hulk for his tanking, and this time we will get that Fire Tornado out. And Scrubby Agent's going for the T-Bolt Glove again. So checking the Hulk ups, we have the Max 5. He's finally not tanking, so we will go ahead and get all these debuffs out. We should, since we know he can't dodge at the moment thanks to stagger, should be able to take him out. We did, but it wasn't very big. We'll take out Red Hulk, get those combat reflexes. Emerald Prism on Hulk for the continued attacks, radiation exposure on him. But we know he'll be immune because he used Healing Chi. Well, no, actually that's right, he won't be. Alright, so we have 2 Hulk ups. We'll give him a round of pressure points. And then we will go ahead and do that. Okay, so for the purposes of the video, the team was 2-1, including one time where the Hulk was eternal and one time where he wasn't. That was an interesting little bug over there. But glad I caught it on video to go along with the never-ending Wonder Man. So by comparison, this agent really shouldn't be up that high. I mean, look at that health differential. Look at that attack. That way high in the evasion, and yeah, this is not a person who really should be up that far. They must be doing something right on attack, but let's see what this person could potentially be running. I don't think they honestly deserve to be up that far with those kind of stats. So, for Season 2, they do not have full chapters. They have had an A to finish, but then again, that could be Angel. There's the Smart Set. That's interesting. Mutagen Emitter and Quantum Jumper. This is a scrubby person. Very odd. T-Bolt Glove Reboot. Firing Solution. Immune to Bleeding Burn. That's not too bad to be immune to Bleeding, Burning, and Chill, but what a very, very strange kit on this person. I'm really surprised they are as high as they are. 68%. Very, very strange. So, okay, there is the team Rebirth of Hulk. And hope you enjoyed taking a look at the video. It is one that I've talked about for some time now. And I'm going to go ahead and just get my kit back to normal over here. And I will get that scroll and I will get that cube. Oh yeah, won this recently in a roulette. Custom Sword of the Barony, really good for bleeder groups. You restore health to the entire team when you strike a bleeding target. I would imagine that, coupled with the Staff of Asclepios, would return a lot of heals to your team if you were doing it with the right kind of setup. Maybe Pesty and Fandral? That would be a pretty good setup over there. Defense, still having a bit of an issue with defense. I tried to do a mob-related molly, and unfortunately that didn't seem to work out too well. It could be turn order. You know, she's going before the agent. Mob isn't really going to help her out too much, unfortunately. So let's take a look at what they're doing over here. I did have the mob and this scroll, and then these three over here. But at this point, I've gone with the Mystic, the new scroll, the weather control device. My guess is that in round 1, I use this, and then the Mystic. This will shut down enemy Mystics. And then hopefully every turn after that, weather control device Mystic, weather control device Mystic. Yep, so that's what we're doing. And as you can see, what I was running previously, this new team up took a loss over here, that Jack Daniel one, and these were the ones overnight. So still struggling on defense a little bit. I may try a Pesty and Enchantress team up, or Enchantress and Null, and run this scroll for a mini Pesty. We'll see what happens. So take care, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video.